nutless, like dogs after they visit the vet. I was thinking about that. It'd be fucking crazy to imagine being a dog and being super excited because your owner says you're getting fixed tomorrow. And then the betrayal that you would feel. That's what you call fixing? Oh, so I'm only gonna be fixed when you chop my nuts off. Okay. Youch! Tears down as my first pill? Is for their own benefit? Okay, well, I'll let you break the news to him then, nephew. I mean, our cats are neutered as well, but like, that's a cat. Cat can't really understand. A dog, on the other hand, dog's a little bit smarter. Dog might be able to figure that out. You might have some explaining to do with the dog. He's just studying it. Yeah, it's the thing, you know how dogs is and all that. That's freaking mint, man. Where'd you get that sweater? It looks nice. Mods, please, no comments on the streamer's appearance. It's impolite. Wait, sorry, did you say it looks good? Yeah. All right, keep going. They can stay. Mods, they can stay. Greed's nutsack! Greed's nutsack is good! I'll get some money. You would love Good Boy Mommy ASMR? I don't think I would, honestly. I honestly, and I'm just being real with you, I find it uncomfortable when I'm being praised for some shit that's just within the bounds of like normal behavior. I think I honestly, I don't know what the vibe is. I'm not this online. I think I have more of the vibe of like, not bratty. What's bratty, but instead of like a little sister phenotype, it's more like the headmistress of a British school that would say some shit like, I can't say the word that you're using there. No, degradation is a step too far. I don't want to be degraded. Just like mildly insulted to like light a fire in me to like be better to earn her approval. Not like personally insulted for shit about myself that I can't change. That's no, I don't think it's a Dom thing. I don't know. I mean, there's a power dynamic thing involved. I wouldn't say it's not at that level, though. I don't want anyone, like, stepping on my scrotum with high heels or whatever. Maybe that's a misrepresentation of what it's all about. I don't know. J.K. Simmons in Whiplash? Yeah. But, like with stockings on or something. Range and luck. You know, I don't really want to go down to this level here yet. And the reason is I think we have poor damage, and I think we'll take a lot of damage. Yeah, we can find you something. Gooner John Wick staying at the porn hotel. I'm looking for an accessory for tonight. Voila, Mr. Wick, voila. I don't want to take it any further than that, but... It's just a bunch of horny magazines. Do you think there's like 70s gooners who resent modern gooners because gooning has never been easier? They gotta do some shit like back in my day, you had to look the gas station clerk in the eye when you bought the filthy stuff that you were gooning to. You have generalized anxiety disorder, nephew. You wouldn't be able to goon back in the days that made me goon. You're not caught out for the gooning in the environment that I learned how to goon in. That's fucked up, man. You and the gas station clerk probably had, like, you were running in the same circle, man. They knew too much about you. They'd be like, wait a minute, that's Greg. That's the guy who gets a big old boner when he sees big boobs. Guys, don't tell anybody. Greg's into big boobs. Yeah, it's fucking sick. It's disgusting. He's into that freaky ass big boob porn. Disgusting, man. It's never been easier to goon. I 100% believe that. How could this not be? I don't know if you call it a golden age or an apocalypse for it, but how could it not be, man? I mean, do you ever see The Lighthouse? Bro was gooning to Scrimshaw. Which is just I really just wanted to say it because I think it's a funny expression. And they were fucking fighting over it. Like, that shit was getting serious. Willem Dafoe was like, you weren't jerking into my Scrimshaw figurine of the mermaid, were you? That was serious business back then, man. He was rubbing his nuts on the mermaid toy. That's fucking funny. It's one of my favorite comedies. Another little wrinkle in my talking about movies with my parents. My parents have seen both The Lighthouse and The Lobster, but it was only recently that I found out, and we've talked about both of the movies a lot. It's only recently that I found out that every time I've talked to them about The Lobster, my dad thought I was talking about The Lighthouse. Because in the movie he says, "You're fond of me lobster, aren't you?" So we were having conversations about the movie that, like, he was nodding and adding information to it, but we were not talking about the same thing at all, man. But luckily, the conversations were fairly surface level. I was like, yeah, that movie's, it's a little weird, but I really like it. And that kind of applies to both, to be honest with you. I don't know. I guess I never really brought up the Lighthouse to him. He probably would think I'm talking about like Manchester by the Sea or something. I don't know. Fuck that movie. Got some good gifts out of it though. Yeah, fair. GIF has a soft G. You have a soft G. Giga penis. See? Can't report me. Can't report me for TOS because it was actually a compliment. It's not illegal to say nice things yet. Now we're fucking talking. Now we are fucking talking, bro. I don't really want to re-roll it, though. I think I want to stick with it. You can actually say mean things, no one cares. Oh, but if you say something too mean about someone too evil, they might be like, you can't say that, that's mean. We have to be nice to everybody at all times. It's a crazy world we live in. You remember they reworked that item, right? No. Describe it to me! Help. Favorite enemy in the game? This enemy and Curse of the Maze greater than sign? I'm sorry, I can't look at chat. My run is too shit right now for me to look at chat. They reworked it to give it like a deal with the devil guarantee or something, right? If you use it on a boss room. You gave up Porn Stash John Wick too early? Porn Stash John Wick? You mean Davis Schneider? Fuck you. Get him. Is that a thing? He has a mustache. He's not really that related to John Wick, I suppose. He's probably seen the movie, if I had to guess. He looks about the right age to have seen and enjoyed John Wick. You know what and I mean this sincerely. Maybe it's just because I'm in baseball mode right now, because I've been watching some of the games, but I've come to respect baseball because it still represents a wide array of male phenotypes in athletics. I feel like golf used to be there. There used to be normal guys who golfed, schlubby guys that golfed, but now everybody's like a golden god. Tennis used to have people like chain smoking cigarettes, and now they're all like 8% body fat and stuff like that. But baseball, you got tall, skinny guys, you got short, chubby guys, you got really wide guys, you got guys who just look like normal guys. I like that, man. I like that. Also, there's something about, and maybe this is just the Mariners pitchers, I really like a sport where some of the guys look like total dirtbags. In a world where now every professional athlete is slick, and I gotta see Drake. What outfit was Drake May wearing when he showed up for the Pats Titans game? You know, Drake May dripped out in all white pre-Titans game. Seeing that Mariners pitcher who looked exactly like Kenny Powers was like a breath of fresh air, man. And actually, they have one. They got a really HBO Danny McBride adjacent lineup. They got the one pitcher who looks just like Kenny Powers, and then they got the one pitcher who looks like Keith from the Righteous Gemstones. Yeah, we'll grab it. It's kind of sick, man. It's kind of respectable. Who's the guy who looks like Keith? I think his name was like Spites or Spire or something like that. Go check it out, and then try to tell me that he doesn't look exactly like Keith from the Righteous Gemstones. His name is Gabe Spider. Fuck, that would be sick. Gabe Spire. Slay the Spire? I don't have to. George Springer already did it. Actually, that was Bizardo. You know what else was bizarre? How many times they were walking batters. What are they doing, man? You gotta throw strikes at some point, young pup. And sorry, it's over. It's already over. It's just kind of crazy to me. How many balls they threw. I guess it's kind of hard to just throw strikes. Or whatever. Guys, this is one of those Isaac runs that there's just... It's taken me a long time to kill enemies. It's like... The classic formula for rage quitting Isaac for 12 months is... this run... Make it to the boss fight, don't get a devil deal, go down to the next floor, have to deal with the same pitiful damage that we have right now, fight a hard boss, no devil deal, then get 9 lives, so even though you're destined to die, you actually have to die 10 times in order to cement that you've lost the game. I think I kind of want to try the devil deal. That's some shit Faust was saying. Yeah. You don't want no part of this, Faust. It'll make Gruntilda fall in love with you forever. I think I want to try it. Nah, that shit, there was some side effects. I don't know if you've read it. Or had it read to you in freshman year of university English class, but... I don't know if you've seen Bedazzled. Doesn't go exactly the way you intended it would go. Faust was kind of ripping off Bedazzled a little bit with that one. Use Satanic Bible? I can't, they changed it, so I have to use it inside of the room to guarantee that I get a devil deal. Oh, you didn't remember? Gruntilda from the game over screen, greater than sign. That's not how it works, guys. Guys, that's not how it works. I was checking to see if you checking to see if you remember. Okay, in that case, I'll use it. Freshman year was Bartleby the Scrivener for me. Me too, man. Me too. I still feel like there should be like a trick paper that you should write or assign for Bartleby the Scrivener. That's like, hey, write a 500-word essay describing the themes of Bartleby the Scrivener. And if you just wrote, I would prefer not to, you get a guaranteed A+. Imagine. But then you don't even have to write the paper. Because if you read to the end of the assignment, it would say, if you got here without answering any other questions, raise your hand. Congratulations, you're done and you got a perfect score. Youch. Imagine, man. Where's my devil deal, Danny? Oh, there it is. I'll come back in. You love this bit? I just remember getting mocked by that fucking did you read the whole thing test in 6th grade, man. It pissed me off. Being a teacher, it must be hard, man. Like, I taught ESL, but like, I had to grade papers, but grading the papers was like... So I've told this before, but I had a class of like, I don't know, they were probably like 4th graders or something. And one of their English assignments was write a recipe. And every single one of them, there were like 13 or 14 kids. Every single one of them wrote a recipe for how to cook instant ramen. It was so fucking fun. And yeah, they all put the egg in it. They all chopped up a little green onion and put it in it. I mean, I was asking for a recipe from a bunch of middle schoolers, so like it's not like I expected, you know, beef Wellington or something like that, but I thought like maybe one kid would make like a sandwich or like a rice bowl or something like that. But either way, but that was easy because those were like, it was a list of like 10 things and I was mostly just looking for like grammatical errors. But I can't imagine, like, your nuts are to the fire if you're like an English professor in university, right? Because you're reading some shit that's relatively smart adults made, and then you gotta be like, guess what? Actually, this fucking sucks. Actually, this blows. That's hard, man. I feel like teaching the 4th grade is easy. You're like, oh, your essay was good, but you spelled a couple of words wrong, B+. That's why they get paid the big bucks. Yeah, exactly. Seems like where am I going? Seems like a lot of work, man. They're 100 times more annoying. I think you need the right kind of temperament to be like an English professor for freshman classes in university. Because you know, like, almost everybody coming to the university is like one of the top 10% of the students in their class. And then when they get a fucking C+ on the first paper, it's got... I'm just saying, you gotta be a different kind of fella to be like excited about your office hours after that. Because you know you're gonna have a bunch of people, probably named Rebecca or Elizabeth or Niles or something like that, coming in going, excuse me, this is the lowest mark I've ever received in my entire life. No, I didn't read the entire book, but still, how could you do this to me? Do you hate me? You threw a male name in there? I was trying to think of a name associated with being a keener. What's a male name associated with being a keener? I knew Ryan was gonna be in there. I don't think that's true though. I mean, I'm not a nominative determinist, but like, how do you explain Rip Van Winkle then? See, nobody's coming to a consensus. Now come up with a a female name associated with being a keener or a teacher's pet. I'll start. Elizabeth, Esther, Rebecca, Natasha, Hillary, like Catherine, listen, I'm not pioneering the theory. I'm just, Jessica's a big one. Jessica's a big one for sure. I'm just saying, I think we all kind of, did we just discover something together? Megan, not so much Megan in my experience, but Beth for sure. Give me that. Jessica was a joker? Not in my classes, man. She was getting grades that were turning me into the joker. And not nearly as bad as Hillary. Laura. Oh, I forgot about Laura. 100%. Everyone knows a Laura. Yeah. I knew two, man. Can you believe it? Catherine with a K. Honestly, the Blue Jays should get her. She could start game 3. She's got that kind of heat. This isn't helping you beat the boba tea allegations? What are the allegations? Being a calm, unbiased, objective observer of phenomenon in society? Origin, cover your ears, okay? If you go into a bubble tea store, tell me how many tables you see in there that are 2 dudes, okay? It doesn't happen. It happens. It doesn't happen as often as you're gonna see the alternative. Let me put it that way. He's back on this? Well, you guys refuse to accept the truth, so we can't move on to more interesting questions. Because you keep, like... What's the word I'm looking for here? You keep flinching at obvious observations. We can't get on to more interesting topics because you refuse to accept reality. That's about all I got. It's fine, I like this argument better than name women who suck. Excuse me, it was not name women who suck, it was name women who are good at school, which is annoying because you want to be the best without trying that hard. They're literally, it's hating them because we ain't them, okay? If anything, if your name was listed in annoying classmate names, you should be flattered because it means you were probably valedictorian. It's literally a compliment to be insulted like that. And all the Jessicas out there are smart enough to have known that. Mansplaining. Yo, mansplaining kind of feels good as fuck though when you have like someone fixing something in your house and they explain what they did. I don't think they should be telling you how to like drive or whatever. But if you got like a plumber in your house, and then he's like, it's all fixed up. By the way, here's what I did. Mansplaining, it gets a bad rap, man. But I guess he's mansplaining to a man, so I can't put myself in the shoes of what a woman would feel like in that situation. Much like me, she'd probably be mostly relieved that her toilet works again, but... I don't know, I bet a lot of them aren't pooping the same kind of stuff that I'm pooping. No offense. No offense. Sorry, you gotta walk on eggshells these days. I just said boy shits are probably, on average, more disgusting than girl shits. And they want me fucking dead. I know about period shits. Stop talking about period shits. I invented period shits. But I'm talking about the rest of the time. The rest of the time... Any given Sunday, your poop could be my poop, but on the average Sunday, I gotcha. You have no idea the kind of shit I'm leaving in the toilet? I think I got some idea. Unless this is like a fucking Dreamcatcher scenario where you pooped out like an alien and then you left it under the seat lid and then you've been sitting on the seat so that the alien doesn't come up and like eat you or whatever. You know, some Duddits type shit. The dude from Billions is in that too, I think. He's Dreamcatcher posting? Yeah, I've seen Dreamcatcher. I don't want to brag. It's my favorite Jason Lee movie. The hell is that? Even for King, it was out there. It's so awesome when you watch a movie and you're like, wow. I wonder what led to this crazy movie featuring aliens, the US military, a bunch of dudes on a camping trip up in Alaska, one of them poops out an alien, and then it turns out it all took place in one guy's mind. And you're like, wow, well that was a waste of time. We literally just, it's bad enough when someone wants to tell you about their dream, but now we just sat here and had to watch a story, and then the guy at the end went, by the way, that was all a dream. That was all a dream. Fantastic. How did he get brimstone? I'm the best, man. I did it. I'm gonna tell you what's next. By the hour. You know what I'm talking about? Stephen King was so high he doesn't even remember writing it. Well, it's okay because I was so young and bored that I don't even really remember watching it that much, so I'm not that bent out of shape. I don't think it cost me any money. It was on the movie channel, I think. If I had to guess. How much HP do I have? Librarian, how much HP? Oh, enough to buy something that gives me more. Right? Yeah. He writes a book in 2 months. No wonder he forgets them. I mean, the dude, he's pushing him out, man. He's pushing him out. He's kind of like the Octomom of books. Yes, yes. That's an image I won't be able to forget. Are you picturing like Stephen King pushing 8 books out of his undercarriage right now? Because I'm picturing Stephen King on a gurney and the doctor's going like, push, push, and then every time he pushes, like 2 to 3 hardcover books are falling out of him. I'm basically picturing an AI-generated video in my head right now, which is not a good vibe, to be honest. But I can like see it, like it doesn't quite look right, like his face is not right. He has an expression that like no human has ever had on their face before, but that's called an imagination. No. I'm picturing it as if it was, I'm picturing the prompted image. I'm not daydreaming. I'm picturing that somebody wrote Stephen King pushing books out of his pussy into Grok, and then that's the image that got spat out. Like he's crying, but his face looks like him if he was a baby, and it's got that weird AI smear on it. Like it's bad, man. It's like that NFL ad. Come on, ride the train and ride it. Worst ad in history? Pretty bad ad. Rizzler's in it though, so it's not all bad. It's incredible. It's actually, if you've ever lost playing this game, honestly, you might want to go back to Uma Musume. That's all. Sips Perrier. Stop, by the way, stop saying that it's classist to drink Perrier. I literally bought this from No Frills, bro. No Frills. It's frillless. It is? It's not, bro. It's not. $2 a liter, that's cheaper than gas. It's actually a little bit more expensive than gas. Now that I think about it, it's a little bit more expensive than gas. Gas is like, I think it's like $1.85 here or something like that. Like markedly? No, not okay, because we overpay for gas here too. Per liter? Yeah. Might blow you away. We buy our gas in liters over here, man. Not in gallons. Couldn't possibly use that much gas. I'll just take 3 liters, please. A gallon? No. My car's not that hungry. Just give me a few liters, please, instead. Do you buy them in plastic bags? That's literally, so don't equate, well, no, fuck it, we're all united. Yeah, elbows up. Yep, we drink our milk in bags here too. Fuck it, bag the milk. Mods, pour that guy's milk carton into a bag, and then use a pair of scissors to cut a corner off of the bag, and then put the bag inside of a special plastic pitcher designed to hold a bag of milk that's had one corner cut out of it. Don't you see? It makes way more sense, bro. It makes way more sense to have the milk in bags. Here come the fucking shipping and logistics experts. It's so they can ship it easier. It reduces shipping cost. Yeah, I'm not a truck, bro. I'm a thirsty boy. Sounds like you think you're talking to a truck or something. Now you put the milk bag in a little box. Okay, well listen. The other thing is, if you drink a lot of milk, you don't just buy like one bag. You buy a plastic bag that has a bunch of little bags of milk in it, which is crazy. And each one of the bags is like a liter. But definitely, like, my dad was drinking a lot of milk when I was a kid. So once a week or once every 2 weeks, we would buy a big plastic bag that contained probably like 4 little plastic bags of milk. Listen, there's a lot of stuff that I will defend in Canadian culture. The milk bags does seem like one where it doesn't really make sense to me. But now's not the year to litigate it, so fuck you. Because we can, that's why. We'll revisit that shit in a few years. In a few years, the climate will be better. For me to hear some motherfucker from Ohio be like, what's up with milk in bags? Otherwise, you're going to turn me into that TikTok of when Americans insult England and then people from England insult America. I could have made the hush door. Oh. Japan voted for their version of Margaret Thatcher over milk prices. This is a bad thing, right? I got bad vibes because, listen, I don't know anything about Japanese politics except for the sordid fate of Shinzo Abe, but I saw an article in the Globe and Mail, which is foreign investors flocking to Japanese markets over new prime minister, and I went, wow, that's probably not good for the people. But I don't know. Maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's been suggested. I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to the domain of politics of the nation of Japan. People are telling me to stick to my domain and start talking about stuff that I know about, but I know so very little about the stuff people my age have been talking about lately that I kind of just gotta make shit up, you know? It's hard, man. It's tough out there. Japan's dying for some inflation. It is crazy. One of my friends is going to Japan in like 2 weeks. And he was asking like a lot of questions. Where should I go? What should I skip? Yada, yada, yada. I was like, after we hashed that out, I was like, you're gonna love it. It's actually crazy. Like, I'm sure it's bad if you live there, but crushing deflation has been an insane boon for tourists. Like, it's the only place in the world where you can get a coffee for like 90 cents still. Like, you could be in the middle of Tokyo and go to a vending machine and be like, damn, 70 cents for a can of coffee. That's what the price of coffee used to be, like, before I was even drinking coffee. I feel like that's what coffee was like in like 1993 or something like that. So deflation's bad too? Yeah. It's one of the weird... Oh, right, you gotta go first. It's one of the weird things about economics. Inflation is bad, deflation is bad. The only right kind of inflation is 2% inflation per year, which apparently is incredible. But if it goes too high, it fucks you up, and if it goes too low, it fucks you up. But why? Well, I don't know. I feel like deflation is like... Well, the thing is, like, a lot of people are like, it's bad when prices go up. And that's true, because you buy things. But it's also bad when prices go down, because the money you get to buy things comes from when people buy things from you. Directly or indirectly. So, like, everything getting cheaper is also not great, because that includes the stuff that you're selling to buy the stuff that's now getting cheaper. Hold. Okay, so there's someone who's a real economist, aka a student of economics, in my chat right now, and they're saying that deflation disincentivizes purchases. Hold on. Wait, no, wasn't it the opposite? Deflation disincentivizes purchases because things will be cheaper next year. That is true, but I don't think that's true for your average Marty. I think that this is like one of those classic economic situations where you're like, imagine a rational person, and I'm like, I'm gonna stop you right there. No rational person has ever existed. But when it comes to like investments and contracts and stuff like that, that probably bears out, but maybe it isn't basics. Well, the point of economics is that it's basically all made up. But if you're asking an economist for a prediction, you're in trouble. You can ask them for like a rationalization for like why something went down the way that it did. But if you're asking them how much a buck's going to be worth in a couple of years, I mean, your guess is as good as mine. Summarize the word economy in 2 sentences. It's the fucking shit that you do with your money. Anytime you spend your money, it's the economy. The end. Money talks, bullshit walks. There's 2 sentences for you. I will say, though, I do feel like a hero whenever I buy anything. So I feel like right now in society, buying stuff is like, for some reason, it's come to be seen as an immoral act. Buying things is like, you should only do it if you absolutely... You don't need that. You don't need that. You don't need to get the broccolini appetizer when you get the pasta. You already got enough food with the pasta. Excuse me, I'm literally propping up my neighborhood's economy. I'm literally propping up my neighborhood's economy right now. I'm a hero, bro. And the broccolini's fucking good. Have you had it? I didn't think it was possible. They invented a broccoli that's better than broccoli. It's fucking delicious. Pinky in the air, ass? Broccolini is a workman-like vegetable. I wouldn't say it's a blue-collar vegetable, but I don't think it's pinky in the air. It's pinky in the air? No, bro. Jicama is pinky in the air. Kale is pinky in the air. I love kale, but kale is a little pinky in the air. I can't. I don't have this vibe when I eat it, but definitely I do pick up the vibe that's like, you know, people who are eating kale think they're better than people who are eating spinach. Kale? I think you guys don't think kale's pinky in the air? What the hell happened to my cultural lens, man? It's a leaf? Yeah, but it's a hoity. Okay, well, let's start with the basics. What about radicchio? Radicchio is pinky in the air. Asparagus, I would say asparagus is pinky in the air. I would agree with you on that one. Swiss chard. Swiss chard, pinky in the air. Asparagus is workman? No, no shot. Too expensive to be a workman-like vegetable. I think that's pinky in the air. That's not an everyman, but now you're gonna make me fucking crash out. You're saying asparagus is a blue-collar vegetable? I grew up going to my friend's house who lived on a farm. We were not having asparagus. You know what we were having? Chicken fingers and McCain frozen French fries dipped in barbecue sauce. They didn't have ketchup because they were like the barbecue sauce. Basically, you can use it for both the chicken strips and the French fries. There was no damn asparagus. There wasn't even corn. Maybe corn is no pinky in the air. Corn is a workman-like vegetable. Potatoes, workman-like vegetable. Carrots, iceberg lettuce. Turnips, yeah, rutabaga. Cabbage. You guys got it. You figured it out. We got there. Did you guys know you could hold your piss? I had to go piss before we started the first Isaac run. Now this is Isaac run number 2, almost in the books. And I haven't even gotten up for a piss break. Now that I've mentioned it, I do have to go pretty bad. I distracted myself from the feeling for like an hour and a half, but now I'm like, I have to go immediately. I'm sorry, I have to go right now. All right, we'll slash marker that.